beforehand because I'm usually in the kitchen pretty busy. So this is what I'm making today. Well, I got everything for an omelet. So we have your eggs with a little bit of milk already whisked together for kind of like scrambled eggs. Just onions and bacon and a little bit of cheese. Hands already clean. And you got your butter for your pan. So if we come over here, and that was just the pan that we cooked the bacon in beforehand. Don't want to bother you with that. And here's where we're going to start with our omelet. So, have a nice big pan for however, if you have like 3 or more eggs. This is just 2, it's pretty small. You don't want to go too high on the heat. So you just start your heat on your stove, about medium, high, whatever your stove works with, that's what you want to use. So you're just going to let the pan heat up for about 30 seconds or so. But I just want to take this time to make sure everybody's doing great, staying at home, stay safe, corona free. I hope this is really helpful for all y'all who are interested in cooking. And I hope you guys can take this and learn at home. So the pan's starting to heat up a little bit. You're going to take your butter, it's about a tablespoon of butter. You put that in the pan, let that melt. Something that you could do if you want a little bit of oil to your butter, and so that stops the butter from burning, and it just kind of makes it so the butter doesn't burn in the pan, so you're not too worried about burning your butter. We'll just get this to melt real quick. Get the pan heated up, and it's important to remember when you're making omelets that you don't want it to be too hot. Because that's what most people do, is they cook their omelets way too high on heat and it just burns. And so that's not what's going to make a good omelet. So you're going to get your butter and your oil. Obviously, if you want to use oil, you can use oil. If you just want to use butter, use butter. But it's all personal preference on what you like. And so just make sure that your whole pan is kind of greased up. Give it a little bit longer. And when you're whipping your eggs together, you can use a whisk or you can use a fork, whatever you would like. And just kind of get your butter in the pan, nice and hot. You can add your eggs. And so, normally when you cook your eggs, you'll hear a sizzle. That is either you let your pan heat up completely or you let your pan get too hot. So if your pan's too hot, then it'll sizzle, it'll fry, and it'll start to burn and really get crispy. But you want to, take your time, just push in from the edges, touch your pan a little bit, get your eggs nice and loose and cooked. And you don't want to overcook your eggs, because the worst thing that you can have is overcooked eggs. And they're dry and they're gross and nobody really wants them, right? So you just really want to make sure that you're not putting your eggs. So about now is when turn down your heat. Take whatever cheese that you would like. Put it inside. We're just going to do 4 slices. And then for this omelet, we have a little bit of raw onion and we have some bacon. And it's important that you stay nice and organized while you're cooking. My bad if I'm not the best, but it's okay. People mess up, eggs mess up, and it's okay. You do your best, and during these times you might not have everything that you like. Like the pan that I want right now, it's dirty, just can't really use it. You just you do your best. You just honestly, omelets aren't supposed to be perfect. It's the best way to use up leftover ingredients in your fridge and just put them into an omelet and have like a delicious meal. So if you could pass me the plate behind you, camera person. Our omelet is almost ready. And let's attempt to make sure it's cooked properly and that it is delicious. We'll turn up the heat a little bit because we'll get some color on there. You don't want too much though. But, you know, it's a great way to do omelets, and eggs are not my thing that I cook the most. I've done a lot more steak and meat products in my time, but you know, you do your best and you just do what you love to cook. So the greatest thing about this mess up is the fact that it's only on one side. So now that this looks pretty good, you get it to one side, and then you're gonna just flip it on over, and you just hide your mistakes, you know? You just put it to the center, turn off your stove, you take salt and your pepper, whatever you like, put a little bit on there, a little pinch of salt. You have your utensil of your liking, and enjoy. Bon appetit. Signing off.